win that Europa League. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Vote Sports on Vote 104.3 FM. My name is Godwin, and I'm here with the A team to talk about the Europa League. And Chelsea playing the conference yesterday too. They won. They are through to the quarterfinals of that competition. Good morning, Nonso. How are you?
Good morning, sports fans. Good morning, sports lovers. We have a meeting this weekend. If you know by the we have a meeting this weekend to review the double kick incident. If it's
you are one debunk now because
soft touch is questionable. My soft touch and your soft touch not be the same. The keeper was coming out to prevent the ball. Did he make contact with the ball? Yes or no? If he did, then
I just know I have 3 points. I have 3 points in this game. The red card incident. They should say this guy, my player, what's his name now that got the red card? You get to that ball.
Aramburu.
Aramburu. Not Aramburu. Aramburu got the red card, but I'm sure that the other guy will get to the ball. What's his name now? The defender from West Ham United will get to the ball. You get? I am sure of it. Because he has space, he has everything. But this guy just, when they did the sub, I'm like, oh, bro, this sub is just too early. You're doing the sub in 54 minutes. Your players are playing well. Yes, your players are playing well. You're doing the sub in the 54 minutes. Just let them continue to do it. Then maybe if they can tire Man United, then you can bring in your subs. But at this point, you brought in the subs in the 54 minutes and say, okay, fine, this is you get it wrong, we blame you. But this one, you got it all wrong.
Okay, Bruno Fernandes scoring a hat-trick in that, even though two of them were penalties. I think, when Amor was talking about his squad of nations, part of the player he talked about is Bruno Fernandes. He's going to be the mainstay because he's their captain. But in this game, scoring a hat-trick, come on, I think Amorim and Bruno Fernandes probably might take Manchester United to the next level.
Penalties? Yes. So, now that Nosa has finally finished his litany of words, I can finally say something.
Just stop. I'm a tactical somebody.
It's not about tactical. You're an emotional person. You're talking about performance. You're talking about this one. Bro, at the end of the day, show me the data set. That's what I'm looking for. So for once in 1,000 years, Manchester United's performance translated on the data sheet, and I'm happy because we saw the shots on target, we saw the effort, we saw possession, we saw the way they played. But on the night, yes, it was 2 penalties to give Bruno Fernandes his hat-trick. No doubt, no knocks on Fernandes, is my guy because he's the one literally carrying the entire team, and it hurts me when a lot of people give him stick when he's not performing, because this guy has been performing for 99.999% of the time at Manchester United. But on the night, stellar performance from him. We saw glimpses of Højlund, what he could look like when you give him service. We also saw glimpses of why Zeski is not scoring higher than 2 goals in 24 Premier League games so far this season, when he skied the ball wide of the goalpost, right? So, that was fine to see. I'm sure Manchester United fans would have been angry with that. Somebody needs to get these 2 guys in a room and get them to start taking finishing challenges, because they need to get back scoring. And then, but kudos to Manchester United, 5 games away from title.
Højlund winning the penalty, getting service. You see him making those runs. People always complain that he doesn't make the run. He's not physical.
They don't give him service.
But you see, this match now, he get how they give and pass. He make penalty. Now, wait, you go to say
winning penalty no be,
because the defender got into the tackle. Now you go get into tackles. Defender, if you tackle me and win the ball, I win the ball ahead of you. Now penalty. Now Højlund's credit. The penalty. Now Højlund's credit.
Wait. Man, you aside. It was soft. Yes or no?
It was soft.
Yes or no?
The first one was soft. It wasn't supposed to be given. I know hide out. The red card incident was soft. It wasn't supposed to be given. Because Egard would have gotten up and would have caught up with him. I know Man U aside, England not Man U aside, England aside, Egard would catch up with him because Egard is as fast as the guy is. Now Aramburu got the red card. That's his bad luck. He came in as a sub in the 54 minutes, and in the 70-something minutes you're getting a red card. I'm just feeling like if Man United could have done more, or if Real Sociedad could have done more, this match would have ended maybe 2-1.
No, but Manchester United didn't really give them the opportunity. They occupied the game and they took their chances going forward. So
okay, the interesting part in this game too is Heaven from Asta played the 90 minutes in this game,
Yeah.
and he played very well. And Amorim was talking about him before the game that during the training he's one of the best players in his training, so he deserves to start. So he started the 90 minutes and he played well for 90 minutes.
I'm actually happy Casemiro started.
Yeah, so congratulations to him. But Manchester United are through to the quarterfinals of the Europa League, beating Real Sociedad 4-1. Okay, 5-2 on aggregate between the two legs. Good, congratulations to Manchester United. Okay, let's move on to the other English club that played yesterday is Spurs playing AZ Alkmaar. After losing that first leg away to home, they came back to win 3-1. I think they are done well. Antipo is on course to win this trophy he's dreaming about in the second season.
Yes, he's on course. You know, funny enough, the two English sides that played yesterday are both having a horrendous season in the Premier League, and beating guys in the Premier League is a whole lot of problem for them right now. But you know, thank God for the Europa League and the competition in the Europa League, because they were able to turn this one around. And guess who? It was the unknown young man, Odobert, who nobody is expecting anything from, who got the opportunity. Son was blundering on the night, though he later redeemed himself with that assist. But then look at the impact of Solanke getting those 2 assists, creating the chances for the team, and then Odobert finishing them off in grand style.
Yeah, it's good when a young player is in.
You don't know what to expect.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
When you start the lineup and you see a very young player, you don't know what to
It's
expect.
not about what you expect. I'm happy when you introduce a young player and they take their chances.
Yeah.
You understand? So him being in this team, starting the Europa League, this crucial game and getting 2 goals, I think it's good for him.
It's good for him, but the midfield is just okay. The way the defense line is back. Now the defense line is just what I will talk about. See where Poro, Romero, Van der Ven. Now leave that last guy. I don't want to call his name. They were just top notch. You get. Then he put up a performance. He put up the fight.
Let's not forget Vicario, because he had a couple of saves.
Vicario was back. See the back line, like that back 4. Let's leave Spence out of it. The back 4 is back to full fitness. You get. They can play games now, and you say, okay, fine. They cannot let plenty of goals in their back. You get, it's just want to say, if your defense, if you not get credible replacement for bench, you go suffer.
Of course.
And that's what that's what Tottenham season all along. They've suffered because of the lack of credible replacement at the back line. Poro is out, nobody to replace him. Udoji is out, nobody to replace him.
The back 4.
No, the back 4, like I said, when he was out,
he's preferring Spence this day because he thinks that Spence is better.
He's better than, and he's played Spence in the right back.
Now
he's playing him in the left back. Putting Udoji in the bench. I'm just saying, if you have your credible replacement on the bench, you would not be struggling with keeping up how the team performs. The problem now is that when he was coming into this season, he knew he had just how many top talents in that centre back position? Just 2 or 3. Yes, he knew he just had 2, and the balance. You also knew that he had gaps in the full back position as well, right? So do something about it. Who wants to do something about it?
Angel Postecoglou.
Let's say
title in second season.
You don't know the club. You don't know who they work for. Now Danny Levy.
Shylock.
Now Danny Levy want give him money to do something in second season.
He's working for Shylock. Why not?
Well, I'm just saying,
he had a fantastic season. Of course, the biggest problem was getting a star man in to help Son out. They got the Solanke in. But then, of course, you have to look at, if you cannot buy at that level, at least there were loan options. You could have explored other options to get somebody in.
It's not
and
in
it wasn't explored. It's not about his power. He's the manager. He's not the head coach like the former guys that were in that role. Angel came in a better standing with Danny Levy.
If I give you money, Mourinho came in that same standing. Conte came in that same standing.
I disagree.
What happened? Maybe if I
Conte
give you money,
didn't have control over who was bought. Mourinho didn't have control over who was bought.
Check the conversation between he and Levy. Go back and look at the interview when Mourinho left. He said, I had an understanding that I would, whenever I want a player, I'll get the player I want. I will get the players
it
that I
didn't
want.
work now. That's
and
the thing.
So what makes you
it
think
didn't
that?
Work.
What makes you think that the conversation?
Because go and look at all the players Angel pointed and said he wanted. They signed them for the club. That's what I'm saying.
Don't worry. Now Daniel will talk about. I know I'll catch you.
It's still Daniel, but that's what I'm saying.
So Tottenham is in this quarterfinal of this Europa League. Let's see if Angie is going to be winning this trophy, because that statement he made last season, or last season, that he wins something. In his second season, every club he have coached, so he has only one chance now in this Europa League to win this particular cup. But let's see if he's going to be able to win it come end of the season. But they won AZ Alkmaar 3-1 and 3-2 on aggregate. Okay, let's talk about Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho lost on penalties, even though they lost the first leg in that competition. Now they came to the second leg, went away to Scotland and scored 2, defended and went to the extra time to penalties, but he lost that penalty. He was, I don't know, he was just saying it was just bad luck.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, man.
It's just bad luck.
No doubt.
He's been talking about, since he's been playing after that finals. He won in the Conference League. Then
yes.
He's been unlucky in European competitions. Either he's been knocked out on just one goal, or one official makes a mistake, or on penalties. But what do you make of this particular game? He did well too.
I think you need to put it in perspective. At Roma, he wasn't back to getting the players he wanted to get. After the first season, when he lifted that trophy for them, on the second turn, he wasn't backed. The club wasn't invested in, and they let him go. So you wouldn't expect him to go back, even though he pushed and pushed and pushed. There was nothing they could do in Europe. And then moving on to these guys now, look at the spend in the opening transfer window. The spend wasn't that much, and he's going to go and get in old men because he knows that these guys, some of them he's worked with them before, some of them are not as flamboyant and flashy as Galatasaray have been buying, and so there's a constraint on cash who he can bring in right now. And then the guys, for them to be able to turn the result around yesterday was a good one. Unfortunately, they lost in the penalty kick out. Like for me, I felt that they did enough to go through, but then on penalties it's 50-50, man.
Okay, what do you make of that game? I think penalty is 50-50.
Penalty may be 50-50.
It's just unlucky.
It's 50-50 depending on who you get for your team when they take penalty.
Penalty may be 50-50.
If
now why teams they get
now calm down.
Now why teams they get spot takers? Penalty, no, me I no go agree for this.
How many teams have the leisure of buying players just for spot kickers?
Bro, I train. That's how they train. They have a certain players that they train for spot kicks.
But they miss.
You get? Those players can miss.
Thank you.
You can miss. Keeper can be on their form. That's why have you not seen games where you're winning a game, you're playing a draw, maybe you're playing a draw and it's going into extra time, and you see the coach take out the first team goalkeeper.
So you get bossed up while they wait.
Wait now, and you see the coach take out the first team goalkeeper and put somebody else.
Yes, he get bossed
Why?
up.
Why? Because that goalkeeper when want put in good for penalty.
He get bossed up when I dey wait you now. So are you ready? Let's go there.
He get, you see, I don't want to know how you want to take.
Why are you delaying this thing?
No,
land. Let's go somewhere.
Just a question that
okay,
at some point that they miss the penalties. Sport kickers miss. You get?
You're not watering down the intensity of what I want to do. Land so that
I don't land. God, they ask the question. I don't land.
And you don't answer the question. Thank you.
Goalkeeper better pass.
No, wait. Forget. No, that one is inconsequential. Let's go where. Inconsequential. Let's go where I want to go now. For Manchester United, after Bruno Fernandes, name me somebody that has scored 5 consecutive penalties in the squad.
Currently.
Yes, let's go there.
You know they do take penalties. If you want that number, I'll give you Marcus Rashford. He's not in the club anymore. So let's go back a bit. Harry Maguire.
1.
Casemiro.
0. No.
He says 0. Cassie. Osim 0.
Lie.
Cassie. Osim 0.
Cassie has not scored 5 penalties
Luke
in a row.
Lie. Osim no.
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm calling names.
Allow me make my point.
Okay, fine.
I've teased it and now let me make my point. My point is that for at Manchester United now, the only one where we know what we use get hope now Bruno. Even Bruno Zeski. Sometimes don't even go there. Don't call Zeski. Don't get me started.
It's the thing about penalties. Why I feel it's luck is what you can play 90 minutes and have maybe 2 persons that consistently take penalties for yourself. But when it comes to shootouts, you need at least 5 persons. And most times, you cannot get 5 good penalty takers in your team. Most times. So it's always hard to
Let's not forget that even your good penalty kickers still miss as well. Still sleep, like Gerrard sleep and the other one. Was it Lampard sleep? And
John Terry
sleep, yes.
So I think is because you hardly see 5 perfect penalty takers. You might get lucky and you play penalty, play 5 perfect penalties. And I've seen teams, for example, I've watched this game. I think it was Chile versus Argentina in one of those Copa America's finals. America missed 3. Messi missed one of them actually, missed the first one. Imagine that. So that's why I say sometimes they work out for you. But only thing that I know that he always work out for is Real Madrid.
The most fascinating thing in penalty for
Why you talk
against
like that?
Argentina. Look at Emi Martinez when he gets to go up against any other goalkeeper. The guy is nuts, and then he knows how to put players
But
up.
we are talking about teams like that. Brentford been get one time like that penalty takers.
No, let's not.
No, Brentford, that front three will take penalty.
Let's not
what I'm saying,
at the time
you have to measure them when it enters pure penalty shootouts.
Yes.
That 5 of your teammates have to play penalty.
Let's forget about
look at the we are talking about the fact that it's 50-50, right? You can have 4 good players, and even having that 4 good players, 2 can miss their chances. Then you can have your 5 players, all of them score, but then the other team score too. You now have to now go to the remaining players that are not good, and it's still 50-50 in that scenario too.
Why are we not talking about this game because of Fenerbahce? In this game they could have lost, because yesterday we were talking about shots on target. Rangers has more shots on target than Fenerbahce, 8-3.
Yes.
So, and they performed. We're talking about them performing. They scored 2 goals, they performed, but they didn't qualify. So, which means the team that deserves to qualify based on shot on target has gone through.
Okay, let's see.
Rangers no score on the night now.
But they had 8 shots on target.
They
had possession.
The guy that had few scored 2.
They had what's it called? They were defensive because they were already leading. They were defensive and hitting on the break.
Okay, Fenerbahce is out of this Europa League. They lost on penalty. So Jose Mourinho was talking to the press conference. He was talking about since that final. I don't know what final he's talking about. This final that he has been having bad luck, but let's see if he can change that bad luck.
I think it's a conference league.
Yes, let's see if he can change that bad luck for himself. I like Jose Mourinho from personally. I like him as a personal person, but the way he fell off in couple of years now, you won't blame him though, but that's how football works. Maybe one day he might get another big club, but what he needs actually is a big club, because that Ancelotti was almost going through that route. Like
Everton, yes.
After from Everton, probably his retirement or probably national team. And Real Madrid called him back again and just told him just come.
No, understand what's happening for there. As not today, Everton, you need player on loan. Now he call him and tell him, say, I beg, you feel loan me one certain player. Now I say, we don't want loan this certain player. We want to make you come back the club.
The point I'm trying to make for you is that you will have gone that way and probably from
there go down.
Because Real Madrid
needed a coach
and had problem with all the young coaches there. Coaches there. I think Lopetegui at some point was
the biggest failure in the club.
That's what I'm saying. So they brought him back. I think
another contributing factor is timing.
Yes, timing too. I think Jose Mourinho needs a big club. One of the big clubs that is leading, doing well, maybe Bayern Munich or something, for him to probably revive back his career. But let's see what happens to him in the coming season. Okay, other result: Lazio qualifying for the quarterfinal after winning. Okay, it was a draw with Victoria Pleasant. 1-1 that game, and then 1-1. So Lazio go through 3-2 on aggregate. Another interesting game is Lyon versus FCSB, and it ended 4-0, 7-1 on aggregate. So Lyon are in the quarterfinal of that competition. Okay, let's talk about Atletico Club and Roma, because it was a close encounter. We ended Atletico Club winning that game 3-1 on the night and 4-3 on aggregate.
Yeah, it was really close. But then look at the first 10 minutes, you talk about the red card, and it changed the dynamics of the game.
That's it.
Because without that red card, Roma would have held out and persevered. But once that red card just happened, I think they just started going southwards from there. But then you look at the other team, and you have to give Nico Williams his flowers, a brace in this encounter, and then you also give the other team. But then it's to be expected, because the other guys are one man down. If they were that good on the night, they should have scored their brace or score their goals before the red card. But
what it is, okay, generally Roma has done well, not really done well in this Europa League, but everybody was expecting them to qualify, but they did not qualify for that competition. Now, Atletico Club is part of the favorite to win it because they have the two Williams brother in that team. I think it was good result for them to win that encounter.
From the left, you're having Nico. From the right, you have Inaki. Good players. There was a debate last night, and we were like, if this guy goes to this side, who will he bench? And I'm like, if he goes to Barcelona, Rafinha will have to play number 10 role, then he plays from the left. Yamal, Nico on the left, then Rafinha on the right. Then maybe in the middle, then maybe Dani Olmo can come in as a sub. It's worked that way. But if you ask me, I don't think this guy is even enough to lace his elder brother's shoe. But he's putting on the works, he's putting on the numbers, and he's getting the results. He's just young and he's learning off experienced players in the side. And no matter how it takes, no matter how tough the game is, there's always a way to provide him with a chance to score his goal and perhaps excuse himself from the disappointing result of the general team. But going into this game, Roma did their homework. They already won the first leg, but it wasn't. I think the performance on the night was not enough to get them through. The performance on the night was not just enough to get them through, because you see Roma coming on the break. We don't expect you to play on the break. We expect you to come out and match these people blow for blow, even with the red card. Play compact, not low block.
And another result in the Europa League that is funny is Frankfurt winning Ajax 4-1. Ajax, the way Ajax fell off since Ten Hag left. I think they should bring back. I think they should bring back Ten Hag.
Now everybody sing, bring back Ten Hag.
I think they should bring back Ten Hag, because Ten Hag is inside the club, and the way he's built that team in a couple of days, I think he will stay there for 3 or 4 years.
I wouldn't be going back to Ajax. If I were Ten Hag, I wouldn't be going back to Ajax.
Who do you think will hire Ten Hag again?
What are we saying?
Who do we think will hire Ole? Now he's doing well as
who do we think will hire Avian? And Avian has a job. Relegation bound, yes, but at least he get job.
Leave that in.
No.
Find trouble.
No, I'm calling. See,
let's talk about coaches that have proven. You get at Mo, they only was winning trophies.
Yes.
At Ajax, Ten Hag was. So big clubs will definitely call for him, because right now Besiktas is the big club and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is at the head of is heading the club. Now Ten Hag will get a big club. Just maybe in the summer, wait till the summer.
It's
not be all the like we said about Mourinho. It's not about rushing to get the club. It's about timing as well. You get, for Ten Hag, he should rest, plan himself, be on a sabbatical, enjoy time with his family. Now, when he comes back, you have a fresh head. You get, but for Ajax, they need to go back and do their homework. They need to go back and do their digging. They've sold more players in the last 20 years.
Then they've recruited talented and young players. Yeah. The
level of talent you employ and the level of talent you sell are not on the same level. You're bringing a Frankie de Jong for 14-year-old, and at the age of 19, he's captaining the side. Then you're bringing another person at 16-year-old that doesn't know how to even. His first touch is terrible. His first touch, when he gets the ball, there's something we say in Igbo. And with the ball now, midfield, it's a Julia or Manfuzo. You get, when he takes the ball to progress in the attack, his head blocked. He's not seen any other pass. He's not seen the pass he could make on and take the ball backwards to the goalkeeper. You get, these are players as Ajax has now, because you see they want to beat from the back, and yet you want to beat from the back. For the first 70 minutes, you have the ball, you have possession, but you didn't cross the midfield line. For the first 70 minutes. For
me, where they got it wrong is they should have kept their talented players a little bit young, a little bit longer. Rather than let them look at all the guys they let go. Look at Frankie, look at Delete. How has their career panned out so far? Look at Hakim Ziyech. Who knows where he is right now?
Somebody is offering 17 million for
Delete. How did Spurs keep hold of Kane till the final time they let him go?
I just believe in their academy
and it's not see.
I understand the fact that you believe in the youth. I understand the fact that you believe in youth, but at some point when you mix youth and you remove the experience, you get nonsense, you get trash.
The funny thing is that these guys were not experienced because they were still 19 when they sold them.
You don't understand what I mean. You mix youth and experience, because at the time of Frankie de Jong, you have a Luke de Jong. You get, who was playing an attacking football for him, who was playing in midfield for him. You have an elderly player who was playing in midfield. You have this guy, you know when they say experience and youth, you mix them up. At least in defense, you have one elderly player. There was Dylan Blind.
Yeah.
In defense. No, at least, even if that one knows Sabi, you could learn from his experience, you could learn from his mistakes. You don't have to commit the same mistakes to get the experience.
Yeah, but Blind and Delete were solid.
Good partners.
Yeah.
And they were solid. In midfield, you had Delete, De Jong and two other players. And you had one
Ziyech.
And you have one elderly man in their middle. You don't have to commit the error to learn from it. You have to just learn from, when I was young, I did this mistake. Don't do it like me. That's just it. Currently in the Ajax team, I don't see the experience.
Okay. Godwin, all I just want to say to cap the story up, you know the academy, you know the players, you know the talent. When you see gold and you see copper, you suppose no, say this one are gold. You keep it longer and you still hope on the other ones coming up. Okay. You don't just sell everybody off. Look
at, and again, one thing I have to give shout out to Frankfurt. They've done really good business over the years. Before a player goes, there are like 2 players that could replace you.
Same thing for other clubs in Europe.
Gurasi was leaving and we felt like, their season is over. We saw Mamouche come over. Then we know that Ekite has been there for like 3 years now, 2 years now. We know he has been there, but we're not seeing his numbers. Mamouche left, and this guy is bagging goals.
Well, all these bagging goals, they are not still winning any trophy. But let's see
Though
what
they are in the nation of the Europa League.
Their reality no be win trophy. Their reality na survive. Yes.
They are in the next round of the Europa League.
Okay,
Survive
talking
and
about
improve.
the next round of the Europa League, I'll give you the quarterfinal legs. That game will happen on April the 10th. All of them happen April the 10th. All fixtures of that game. Bodo and Green to play Lazio, Roma. Rangers will play Atletico Club. Lyon will play Manchester United, and Tottenham Hotspur will play Frankfurt. Okay, if you look at these 4 games, who do you think will qualify for the semi-final of? Let's start with Lyon and Manchester United. Who do you think will qualify?
That's a tough one. It's only a tough one because the strikers up front have not scored in the last 2 months. That's why I'm saying it's a tough one. But if you look at form, Manchester United in the Europa League is better than Manchester United in the Premier League. So there is still a slender lead.
And they are still unbeaten.
Forget about unbeaten.
They are still unbeaten. They are the only teams unbeaten in the league.
Forget about unbeaten. Unbeaten, no, they reflect for data sheet.
They don't reflect now. They don't the quarterfinals now.
You know they reflect for data sheet.
Are they not in the quarterfinals?
What happened to Liverpool unbeaten?
Liverpool unbeaten. They lost their last group match. Yes or no? They lost their last group match.
They were not unbeaten. They are out in knockout stages. Who they unbeaten?
So Man United so far currently are unbeaten in European competition.
This season, yes.
This season. No, they don't give them that flower. That flower now.
No flower for anybody. Unbeaten, no, they help you. See Juventus unbeaten.
They lost to
how many draws? 13 or 14 draws.
Man United unbeaten. They finished second in the table, I'll be third. Yes, so let's not go there. Man United in Europe and Juventus in the league is not.
What if they go out to this
that's what I'm saying. John is making this matter long. Man United is unbeaten and they continue to become unbeaten.
Okay. If you like see unbeaten in 50 times,
let's see.
They will continue unbeaten run in Lyon.
Let's see what will happen, because that first leg will happen in France before they go to Old Trafford for the second leg. If you look at Spurs and Frankfurt, who goes through?
Now that these guys center back pairing, I'm still Spurs is Butlers FC. I'm hedging my bet on this one.
With Frankfurt going out to score goals.
Spurs is Butlers FC. I said it here.
With Frankfurt going out to score goals. I'm looking at Frankfurt going through.
Okay, Rangers and Atletico Club, who goes through?
Atletico Club.
Rangers.
No brainer.
Okay, Rangers. Finally, Bodo Aglet and Lazio. Everybody will say Lazio.
Lazio, nah. I don't understand.
Yeah, I go hedge my bet because you don't know what to expect for that game.
Nothing. Why? No miracle. If you like, call miracle. Now I don't see your middle name. Na miracle. No miracle.
You don't know what to expect. You don't know what to expect because last night you didn't expect them to get through.
Okay, move on to the Conference League. Before we move on to Conference League, remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sport, and we have some comments here on our YouTube channel. Israel Ada is saying minus those 2 penalties, Man U will still win 2-1. Okay, that is true. And Ude Chidozie is saying Lyon Nest. Okay, Lyon Nest. Yeah. Juventus 07, welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Where have you been? Welcome back to the show. And okay, thank you for joining us on today's show. Israel Ada is saying John and his bad belly won't help Man City because they won't win any European trophy in the next 10 years. John, don't answer because you start answering now. Okay, he's also saying my fear is Atletico Bilbao. Yes, everybody's fear is Atletico Bilbao. Okay, Chidozie is also saying who is talking about back at rest though. And Vinicius Jr. just missed his first one of the most. Okay, Vinicius Jr. just missed his first one in a most needed time. Okay, talking about that penalty that he missed the other time. Okay, thank you for all of you joining us on this YouTube channel. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FSP. When you go there, please subscribe to our channel. Even if you are listening to us, go now. Open your phone. Open YouTube. Type Vote FM Sports or Vote Sports. You see our logo. You even see us live here. Go there. Please subscribe to our channel. And just click subscribe now. You just press one button and you subscribe.
And like too.
And like. So when you go, in case you are outside Enugu or wherever you are, you can always join us and drop your comments. We will be reading your comments. We will interact here on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Talking about the Conference League, Chelsea are through to the quarterfinals of the Conference League. They won that game against Copenhagen 1-0. So everybody is expecting Chelsea to win this competition without any shadow of doubt. Dewsbury Hall scored in the second half. It was 0-0 in the first half. Dewsbury Hall scored in the second half in the 15th minute to give them that lead, 1-goal lead for them to comfortably go through to the next round, 3-1.
I'm not convinced though, but yes, they are true to
the
the next
don't
round.
plenty pass the analysis.
Me, I'm not convinced though, but they are true
Say
to the next
30
round.
minutes. Well, it's not 30 minutes football. Copenhagen could have gotten the win, could have gotten
Of course.
through. Because in the first 30 minutes, they came with all the fire, all the fuel, all the everything to burn down the Stamford Bridge. They played the football everybody expected them to play. A couple of subs from the Chelsea side, a couple of instructions. I think now your in-game, or perhaps yes, your in-game instruction has worked for you in this one, because going into the second half, you saw a change in how the Chelsea side set up to play. You saw it's not even a major change, a slight change in how the Chelsea set up to play, and they kind of stopped Copenhagen from coming at them the way they came at them in the first 30 minutes of the game. And from there they built momentum into getting that goal and built momentum into getting more goals. But those goals didn't come forth. And Copenhagen, when they see they've considered, they said to play as if they wanted to hit on the break.
Okay, Chelsea winning that game.
Mid-tempo games, not too much drama in the game, just a boring one, but they are through to the next round. Hopefully, they meet a better team and play better.
Okay, let's see what happens in the conference. I'll give you the quarterfinal of the conference. The Chelsea going through to the quarterfinal. It's going to be interesting who they are playing. They are playing Legias Wazawa. I don't know where they are from, but Chelsea
that one I walk through now.
Yes, they are playing Legias Wazawa. That's what Chelsea is going to play on the 10th of April. And another interesting result is that again Anthony scored again. And Anthony has been scoring since he has been at Betis. They are through to the quarterfinal. Betis is going to play Jagiellonia. All the names here in the conference is always it's always fun. You can go there and see.
You know, like last year where the names.
Yeah, at least supposed to be Fiorentina was there, West Ham was there. Some of
calm down now. Which one West Ham was there? You know, like calm down. And 2 seasons ago I win them now.
But
Olympiacos day.
Yeah.
You get the other people day. Team seems to say if you meet them, you go shake.
But Chelsea is playing Legia Wazawa in the next round of that competition. They should be winning this competition. I think the only big team here is Real Betis and Fiorentina. They should be worried about.
Yes.
But let's see who is going to win the conference.
Where the shock will come from?
If Chelsea no win this
trophy, semi-final, because they're probably going to play either Fiorentina or Betis in the semi-final.
If Chelsea no win this trophy, what shall we do unto them?
If Fiorentina go 3 straight finals and they lose, we'll go and borrow half hour. We'll go and ask questions. We'll go and ask the questions.
Forget about Fiorentina. Nobody cares about Fiorentina.
No, they care because 3 straight finals and you've lost.
Wait,
2 straight.
Leave that one, man. The club that has been telling people that Conference League is plastic cup is not anything.
It's nothing, and they will not go and not win it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That if they don't win this one, there will be problem. King of Chelsea, I'm sending a petition to your table.
Okay. They are daring you now. Win this trophy, because me now, I'll tell you on this show, I am daring you. I'm England till the end in European competition. But if you don't win, if I'm going to sing this song before the finals, is coming home. Europa League is coming home. Arsenal will bring in the Champions League. Aston Villa will bring in the Champions League. Chelsea will bring in Conference League. Man United or Tottenham Hotspur will bring in the Europa League. It should come home. Make it come rest.
Okay, let's see if the English team is going to win, because Arsenal is still in the Champions League. Spurs and Manchester United are in the Europa League. Chelsea are playing the Conference League. So 4 English teams play in 3 different competitions. So
5.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa. Aston Villa. If I say you want me, we fight.
5
Aston Villa.
Arsenal and Aston Villa are playing in the Champions League. Manchester United and Spurs are playing in Europa League. Then Chelsea is playing Conference League. So 5 English teams. Let's see who is going to bring back their own trophy back in England next season. Okay, well, let's open the phone line to when we talk about that Manchester United game. Bruno Fernandes scoring a hat-trick. Call us and tell us what you think about that game and the next round of games that are going to be happening in the quarterfinal. If you think Manchester United can go all the way to win that trophy, or Chelsea can go all the way to win the Conference League. Number to call is 0706 048 5853. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, what is your contribution? Okay. contribution. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you too. Okay. Let's see what happens in that game against Lyon. They are playing Lyon next. It's going to be an interesting game if they play Lyon. Call us and tell us what you think about Manchester United progressing. But before to the final of the Europa League. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Neighbor, how far now? I just said.
Ade, good morning.
Good morning.
I beg, the government say not to wait at the stop, but let me just chip in something because no so start with that one. This weekend. If incident happen like this, waiting could be the outcome. Brother, anybody will say Real Madrid drop Atlantico Madrid, that one he just talk out because he law like Madrid.
Thank you.
I like Madrid, but the truth, I tell you, the law is there. If you listen to the commentator, when that problem happens, the commentator they shout say the goal will knock out. If commentators they shout, then the VAR and the referee, all these three people now they now apply for 160.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Now, they did not remember the rule because of Real Madrid. 2017, Man City, Leicester City. I was seeing that game. Mahrez kick, double kick.
See the point. I know so the problem that it has not happened in a shootout.
In a shootout.
That's the problem. It has happened in the regular game, but the shootout is the problem now. Everyone's talking about.
Mitrovic, 2023 against Newcastle.
Let's take this another call. Yeah, hello, good morning. Good morning. Name and location, please. Pedro, what is your contribution? Yes, fast, yeah.
And for this weekend, I just Chelsea will get the draw in that match against us.
Okay, thank you very much. But let's see what happens.
Pedro is the king of bad belly. No, nothing you want tell me.
Okay, let's see what happens in both games. Okay, let's take more calls. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please. Okay, we lost that call. 0706-048-5853. Call us and tell us what you think about these games that happened yesterday. Yeah, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, IK, what is your contribution, IK?
They won't do anything that they will out. The Europa League they will play. Their tournament where you have created now. Any club that finish from 15 to 18, they will play the Europa. Call it Europa League. Call the name of the tournament. Youth teams tournament. They will play the tournament. Some people have not seen them winning competition. I not see them contract or top four. From 18 to 18, they will play that tournament. Week team tournament. So for Chelsea, this match where they play yesterday, who they propose at best?
Now the other guy, what's the Jensen?
Jorgensen,
they goalkeeper. They keep yesterday.
I know one to do for Premier League. When you come out that, so I the two of them. You see that the two of them they're up and on. But now I will go back to Sanchez.
Okay.
I want to million goals on Sunday.
All right.
Asthma. They cry because they will beat Madrid. Yeah?
Even the ATM coach have said that the apparatus kick the ball with 2 feet. He agreed that the person is saying that he remember that because it's Real Madrid. Other times the trade creative staff that called the ref don't remember that. So there's a little Madrid alone at best.
Okay.
People are envying them because of they know how to play Champions League.
Okay.
Especially Arsenal fans. They cry.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, let's see what happens with that. Okay, talking about that incident, UEFA made a statement yesterday on because of that penalty. Before I read that statement to you, let's take this call before I read that statement from UEFA. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Name my location, please. Okay, Alex, what is your contribution?
King of Babylon. I think to him that this is me even the king of Babylon. The king of Babylon is
Okay. Supported.
He talks normal, but when it comes to rival fans, especially when it comes to Arsenal and Man U, that is the stress from the football. I don't know whether there's any Chelsea midfielder that doesn't have the past 5 years now. There's not, but my
Captain Fantastico
just got a hat-trick. I think the reason is now beginning to come back to the team. And I think Ruben Amorim is somehow trying to, set things right. And I hope in future, even up to now that we are not getting his player, at least we can see glimpses of what is going to happen in the future.
Okay.
And then after should be aware. Leon is not going to be a fool in the park, but you still get it right. You find a way. It's not an easy task. That is playing a bit. How can you compare those who playing in secondary school and in higher institution? You compare them to those who are playing a bit in another. It makes sense. There's this all right in your ear. You are playing a bit that you are playing a bit, and you cannot rule out the fact that you are playing a bit. And as people, they are playing a bit until the next PSG. I think that should be their last match stage.
Yeah.
Now, this is no more there. For me, I'm still playing a bit, and that's the way I'm going to play because I get to the final, and if they do them like this,
All right.
Chelsea and Arsenal, I don't think that Chelsea is going to get away with this one this weekend.
All right.
It's all right.
Okay. All right, thank you.
No worry, we'll talk about weekend. We'll talk about weekend
No
tomorrow.
worry, no
We'll talk
worry.
about weekend tomorrow. No worry.
Thank you very much. Okay, talking about that incident that happened, UEFA released a statement yesterday saying about that Julian Alvarez penalty. Atletico Madrid required with UEFA over the incident, which led to the disallowance of the kick from the penalty mark taken by Julian Alvarez at the end of yesterday UEFA Champions League match against Real Madrid. Although minimal, that the contact between both legs was minimal, the player made contact with the ball using his standing foot before kicking it, as shown in the attached video clip. Under current rule law of the game, law 14.1, VAR had to call the referee, signaling that the goal should be disallowed. UEFA will enter discussion with FIFA and IFAB to determine whether the rule should be reviewed in case whether a double touch is clearly unintentional. So they're going to
now, if they want to now
and
look
they will
at
now enforce it in favor of Madrid sometime in the future.
Now they will not look
It's
at
fine.
it. God, see, they will not look at it if the thing based on intent, which I've always been talking about in the show. Intent. How are we now sure that some player will not intentionally do as if they are falling to unintentionally kick the ball double time?
Okay, let's see what happens with that rule when they review it at the end of the season. They might leave it, they might just going to talk about it, they might still review it and decide not to touch it. So, but let's see what happens at the end of this season when they review it at the end of the season. But for now, that what has happened has happened, so everybody should just move on. Real Madrid is in this quarterfinal of the Champions League and they play Arsenal. Tomorrow we'll come back and talk about the Premier League because this weekend Chelsea is playing Arsenal in the biggest game of the Premier League, and there's a Carabao Cup final happening on Sunday. Liverpool will play Newcastle in that final on Sunday. So we'll come back tomorrow and talk about all these games that is going to happen throughout the weekend. My name is Godwin and have a wonderful weekend. Thank God it's Friday.
Hello Enugu and welcome to Vote 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage.
This one where you raise really do that.
I'm gonna do it like this.
You even the show red
News and
I don't see if I interrupt you now, but it's affected.
When it is, I don't do that before.
and let them have
God is within people. I just like increase my space, John.
They might be there close to
I increase my space, John. Bruno Fernandes. When Kupama they score penalty, Pena. They don't talk.
they call Palmer then.
They don't talk.